Doing a little bit of a different video today. Right now we're gonna be doing a build, and then so this build is gonna take a really long time to complete. So this isn't just gonna be one small build in this video. So if you're wondering what this giant square is, this is gonna be our template. Now this isn't gonna be a building. This is actually gonna be the ocean. I don't care which ocean it is. I don't want to name it. So this is actually going to serve a purpose. Right now we're constructing the waterway for Omaha Beach. Some of you guys don't know what that is. Omaha Beach is a beach in Germany that we invaded during World War II. There was a large number of casualties that took place on that beach. And if any of you have seen the movie Saving Private Ryan, you'll know that that's a pretty graphic way of how it probably went down when you see guys with their guts hanging out and, you know, their stomachs, you know, ugh. Yeah, so you're going to want to make this long and wide. It depends on, like, how creative you want to get with your battlefield. Right now, this is just going to be for, the beach. We're going to worry about the barricades later, but what we're going to focus on right now is mainly the bunkers. So you're going to want to dig a template like this. It's going to be a lot longer, trust me. So we're going to start off right here for our beach, and we're going to go a little back because it took them probably maybe a little bit further back. So if you've studied, like, the map on Saving Private Ryan, what you guys are going to need for this build is you guys are going to need some stone. You don't want to use cobblestone. You're also going to need some, where is it? You're going to need some iron bars and a fence post. No, you're not going to need fence posts. So, we're going to worry about the vehicles later, but right now we're going to be focusing on, like, the main part of what it brings out. So if you've studied the maps that they have right there, what you want to do is you want to take your iron bars and you want to go. They have, like, a large barbed wire fence. We're just going to use this as our barbed wire fence. So what you're going to do is you just want to take it along the whole line of the beach if you're really into detail of war like I am. So that right here is going to be our boundary line right here, from where the beach meets the bunkers. So the bunkers actually had a name. They were called pillboxes. They were like large concrete structures that were designed to, like, stop invasions, and that's what that did. So what you're going to do now is you want to go right here is, like, the fence. So you just want to go right here. You want to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to go right here, and then what you want to do is you want to outstretch it like that. So we're not going for perfect design here, ladies and gentlemen. It can be however long you want. So what you want to do now is you got 3 here, so you want to go over 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, like that. So then we're gonna stretch it out by one more, and then we're gonna go over, not counting this one. So then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. And then we're just gonna bring it back so it looks connected to that right there, and then you're just gonna bring it here like that. So you want to make sure you have a gap right here, because on the beach there was a gap that was, like, connecting to a hill, but we're not going to make the hill. We're just going to go for, like, the classic German design. So then what you want to do now is you're going to want to build up. You're going to count this one as 1, so it's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're going to want to go up by 15 blocks high. It's the same thing for this end. Now, there's a reason it's going to be up by 15 is because you want it to, actually, you know, let's make it go down to 13 so it's not too tall. I mean, this isn't going to be a perfect design for a bunker. So you got it right here, your over vantage looking point. So you want to go down by 1 block. No, you want to come to this side right here, and then you're going to want to overlap it like that. So there you go. So like it kind of looks like it, but we're not going for a perfect design here. So then what you're going to do now is you're going to just fill it up right here like that. And just going to keep doing that. So in the video I'll probably edit it so I can make it so, you know, so it'll go really fast. But yeah, so you're just going to keep going up like that. Now, you can use, if you're like watching this and you're using like, you know, the PC version or you're using the PS4 version or whatever, you can use a lot more different design because the version is a lot better than what I'm using. So they didn't, so like actually you want to make this one up by 1 taller. I just realized you don't want it to make it look like they're banging their head, so you just want to make it go like that. So, you know, like if you're using this for like something different, you can go like, yeah, so you just make it like that. If you want to, you can just leave it like that, or you can do whatever you want. So then what you're going to want to do now is you want to build up until it's connecting to this block right here, and then you don't want to build up any higher because we're going to use something for that. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going until it's all the way around. Now, you don't have to use the same blocks I'm using. I'm just using the stone because it's a lot more good of a resemblance. I mean, you don't have to use the stone. You can use like the concrete and stuff. Like the concrete, it's like a plain gray, but I think the stone looks better to make it look that realistic effect like that. So you can just go like up and down, or you can just, there's a lot of different ways to do it. So you want to make sure you don't go past this block right here. You want to build it up to where you were building up last. So it's simple as that. Whoop. Simple as that. So we're going to keep going like that. Now, there's a reason there's going to be a big space in here. We're actually going to outstretch that later. I'm going to show you guys what you can do with this, because we're not making an exact replica. We're going to be making of what, you know. So, to make this process a little bit easier, I'm going to go like this. I mean, it may take a long time, but in my opinion, it's a lot easier to get things done than just going up and down, up and down. So, like that. So, you just want to keep going like that. So, exactly. So, you know, exactly like that. You see, you always got to be careful on what you do. So, if you want to do a more classical thing, is what you can do is you can build them out and you can just connect them, and then you can just go from there like that. I mean, it's a lot more simpler in my perspective, but, you know, it's a lot easier to do it like that. So then you're just going to want to build it up like that. Now, we're not actually going to make a hill, but we're going to add a lot of small details in there. So, yeah, I mean, if you're watching this on a phone or a laptop and you're trying to copy what I'm doing, you don't have to make it exactly like I'm doing. So you just want to keep going up like that. And if you're doing this in survival, I highly recommend you do this in creative, because there's a lot of blocks that go into this, and you want to be able to fly and stuff, so like that. So we're actually going to get rid of this wall. It may seem, you're probably thinking, then why are you building it up and closing in? So that's just, so it makes the bunker look good. So like, this is like your simple design for your pillbox. If you want to, like, you know, give it like an outstretched roof like that, I think that might look good. And then what you want to do is you want to bring it out over to the side, and then you want to break this block so it kind of looks like it's, you know, like the ending of a bunker, kind of. So, you know, just go exactly like that. So then if you keep going like this until it's filled, then you should be good. So after this last block right here, we should be good. So if you're good at building stairs, here's what we're going to do next. So you got your basic, template idea of what, of what the pillbox, kind of looks like. But, I mean, we're not going for, like, a perfect design here. So, what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to connect these, like, you don't want to connect them and make it look like a roof pattern. You actually want to leave this blank right here because we're going to actually use the stone. We're going to use that for something else. So just keep going until you filled it to all the way around to the brim. Exactly like that. Perfect. So then, now what we're doing by doing this is we're actually going to make it look like the bunker has, like, another layer of concrete. But you don't want to add, like, 2 layers. So, like, you don't want to add, like, this layer and then build that another one up, because it just doesn't make it look like a good design. And plus, don't fill this in, because we're going to actually make this good for something. So, I'll show you guys in a little bit. So, so right here we got, like, the design basically squared up like that. So then what you're actually going to want to do is you're actually going to want to break that block, and then you want to outstretch that one, so it kind of looks like, it's another box inside of a box. So then, they got, like, the viewing area right here and stuff. Like, you can add, like, effects if you want, but here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make sure, all of the corners are filled in and stuff. And then, so what you're gonna want to do is close the floor off. So I think, like, get some, like, glowstone. It makes it a lot easier to, just bring it across like that. You don't have to do my design, but we're not going for, like, perfect build here. So, you're just going to want to totally close off, like, that of the bottom floor, because we're actually going to use that for something. And I'll show you guys that in a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go build the second bunker. I'm going to build that off camera, so I'm not showing you guys how to basically do the same design over again. We're just going to keep going on what width we have. So now, we basically have 1 pillbox right now, so this would be, like, in, like, retrospect and, like, reality, like, they, had, like, a wall right here and then a door that would lead down into, like, it would have, like, 3 sections until you would get out of the bunker. So they would actually have, like, machine guns right here, so, like, when the Americans got out of their boats, they would just, like, open fire and all, they would be, like, sprayed with, like, bullets. So we're not going to go with, like, those little tacky designs right now. So you're just going to, if you want to get out, you can just, like, add a door or something right here. So, now what you're going to want to do next is, now here comes the confusing part. You're going to want to do what I'm doing right here. So instead of building this, like this, you're going to want to build it up like that. You see that design right there? Now, what this is doing is, this is actually adding, to make it look like it's a garage door in the back, because this is actually going to be where, we say, like, they're going to harvest their, like, ammunition and stuff. It just makes it look kind of like it's a big garage door. So that's what you're going to want to do for that design right there. I mean, so then you don't have to, like, close it in like I did. I just did it just, for looks and stuff. So, you're just going to want to build up like that. And then so right here at, like, where it meets the end and stuff, we're going to want to make, like, we're going to make, like, a big doorway and stuff. So, like, you want to go over 4 blocks over, and then that's where you're going to want to stop. So then this is right where the last pillar is going to meet it in the back right here. So, like, you don't have to make it exactly like I made mine. You can do a completely different design if you wanted to. Like, so now what you want to do now is you want to light up the area, and this is where we're going to get into small details. So you're going to want to go, and here's what you're going to need. You're going to want to get some, you're going to get some red, some black, and some white wool. Now, we're going to make the flags for both, but I'm not supporting any of this Nazi crap and stuff. So don't be like saying, well, dude, you're a racist and stuff because you're building the Nazi flag. And I'm like, no, this is just for design. It's just for design and look. So I believe the swastika went like that. I'm not sure how exactly it went, because usually, like, in big garages, they had swastikas on stuff. So, like, yeah, you want to make sure, you know, it looks good. If you're going for that authentic World War II look, you don't want to make it look too big or too small. I'm not going to go over, like, you know, why it looks, you know, like this. But, you know, we're not, like I said before, we're not going for a perfect design like that. See, there you go. So then you want to add it right there, and then you're just going to add the white right here. Now, guys, I don't like I said before, I don't support this Nazi stuff, okay? So, yeah, I love America. So this kind of looks bad, and it looks a little bit too big, but I'm not going to go and try to make it look perfect. So, now, this red and white is actually going to be used for a different purpose. So what you're actually going to need this light gray concrete for something. I'll show you that in a little bit. So we're going to come out of this garage for a second. So now, what you want to do is you want to make it a good distance away from the bunkers, but not, like, you know, too bad. So, what you want to do is you want to build it up kind of like a stair, like that. And for the reason that we're doing this is, I'll show you guys in a second. So right there, you see, we're going for that exact look right there. So then what you're going to do is you're actually going to get the white wool, and you're going to want to build it up a little bit, and then you're just going to take this, you're going to take your red wool, and you're going to go around the white kind of like this. Now, if you don't know what this is supposed to be, this is going to be like a kind of like a rocket. I mean, I know it doesn't look like one, but, you know, we're not going for, you know, exactly the right detail. Now, if you're kind of like, you know, really, you know, I got a friend who's really pushy on, like, what his build looked like. So, you know, if you don't have to make it like this, I'm going to show you another simple design. You can just make it kind of like, you know, like a thin strip, and, you know, you can just, like, build it up how you want. I built mine by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks high, and you can just add a red wool, or it kind of looks like a missile. Or if you want, you know, you can just, like, you can make it look like an X. Now, I like this design right here because it kind of looks like the missile, you know, so that's what you want to do. So you can make however a lot of missiles you want. You just want to make sure they're evenly spaced out. So you're just going to do the same design again. So, you know, like that. So you're just going to want to build it out like that. And then you're just going to knock out these bottom ones so it kind of looks like the stand that the missile is on. So, you know, you can go up, you know, like I said, you know, you can go up by a, whoop, like that. So then you're going to want to go up 1, 2, just like that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add we're going to add, like, you know, our missile design right here like that. It's a lot more easier to do it that way. I mean, if you're really judgmental on how high it has to be, you can make them the exact same size, but they don't have to be, but whatever. Anyway, so, like I was saying before, I was interrupted by this douchebag that, you know, interrupted me. You just want to make your missile designs like, you know, like that. I personally don't like red because, you know, of the, you know, of the, I can't even, you know, of those, you like the Reds baseball team. I mean, it's just a whole team of slobs. I mean, to be honest. Like that. Missile designs, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be, you know, They don't have to be good, they don't have to be perfect, they can be whatever they want to be. So then, what you're going to want to do right here is you want to clear your inventory, but you want to leave the glowstone because we might need that. So then, what you want to do is, you're going to want to keep, I should have said this already, but you're going to want to keep your red and white wool. Now, you can do this, like, you can do this before you go outside and make the missiles. I just wanted to go, just to get, like, away from the whole concept of, like, you know, the garage. So, you know, like I said, you're going to want to have your light gray concrete, or you can use, like, whatever color you want. So, you know, you just want to make, you're going to want to make, like, little missiles. You don't want to make, like, huge missiles, but, you know. You know, simple design. We're not going for, like, perfect look right here, but, you know, you can just be, like, as simple as, you know, going like that. Now, you can, like, pad the floor down with, like, whatever you want to make it look like a bunker, you know, like, you can add, like, you know, vines and, like, moss, or whatever. It's a lot more easier to do it that way. Hold on a second, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys, I'm back. So, what you're gonna want to do now is, like, you know, you can have that design if you want. I'm not saying you can have whatever missile design you want. I'm not saying you have to do it exactly perfect. So, now, what you're gonna need is you're actually gonna want to get some, you're gonna want to get some more concrete, but this one is gonna be like it's gonna be like the black concrete, and you'll see what this is for. So, like, the black concrete is gonna be like, this is gonna be like, crap, I don't remember what they call them, but this is gonna be a, you're actually gonna want to have, like, a lime, like, an army, you're gonna want to have, like, this lime green for something. Now, you're gonna want to make them outstretched like that. Oh, these are gonna be their artillery shells. This is what these are gonna be. So, you can space them out if you want, or if you want, you can build them upright, you know, just like 1, 2 with the black concrete like that. You don't have to do, you know, how I'm doing it, you know, just like it's a simple up and down like that. Like that. Or do whatever, you know, you can add whatever you want. You can add, like, tanks, cars, or jeeps, or, you know, you can do whatever you want, like, so that's basically, like, what your bunker design can be. Like, you can put, like, you know, large artillery guns in here. And speaking of which, that's actually what we're going to work on next. So, what you're going to need is you want to have this gray concrete, but then you're also going to want to have the, you're also going to want to have, like, kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it. You're going to want to have, like, if you're doing this on, like, a PC, you're going to want to have, like, a metallic metal or blocker, if you even have that on the PC version now. So, you're going to want to just have, like, you know, the gray and the white. So, you know, you can build it kind of like our missile design, and, you know, like, standing up on kind of like a, this is actually only going to require that you do this once, that you do it like that. And then what this is going to do is we're going to build this on an incline. So, like, you want to make it, you're going to want to make it, like, you can, this is not how they would usually look, you know, it's kind, you can make it on, like, an incline if you want, but I'm not saying you have to, you know, go complete perfect, or you can do whatever you want. And personally, what I'm going to do is, you're going to want to add this little one in the middle like this, and then build this up and like have it go overlapping. And then so what you can do is like kind of have it like a field gun. So like if you want to add like, have it be like the barrel right here like that, you can do it like that, or however you want to do it. You can like build it up, so it looks like, it has to be like supported by something, or however you want to do it. If you're good at building stuff that goes like on like an angle, you can do that too. You can build like, like a kickstand kind of right here. You can do whatever you want. So then you can just like finish it off right here, and then like you can take like some gold and some like silver and stuff, like you can use that as like the shells. You can just build them up like that, so they kind of look like shells. You just want to, you want to separate them by 1 block apart, so they look a lot easier. So just go 1 block apart, however long you want them to be. It's a simple process. You can build them how tall you want, or how tall you think your guns are gonna be, or whatever. So just, sorry guys, that was my phone. But yeah, you can just like build them up on an incline. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just got a notification on my phone. So you just want to keep building it up on an incline like that. Simple process. Really simple. Or if you want to, you can make this black and have this be gray. So like, you can kind of like put like the shell in there and stuff, and then you can use like, just go a simple process. You can make like a field of like, discarded shells. If you're a Battlefield 1 fan, you know how they had like the pile of shells on one of those maps. But that's basically what you can do with this right here. So, simple process. You can have it like the shells right here or something, or you can do whatever you want. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think it looks good. You can add like black and like a gray thing holding it up, and just like completely get rid of that. So it kind of looks like a barrel. Or you can just like punch a hole in it and have it like overlapping. But I personally like to use the black. So, it looks like the gun barrel and stuff. Or you can make like a TNT cannon and stuff. So, yeah. Or do whatever you want. I mean, I'm not gonna describe every little detail and stuff. So, no, you can build like tents and stuff. You can build, in the next video, I'm gonna do like a runway kind of. Build like a simple kind of concept map. But you're going to want to have this to be really far and wide. So, yeah. So, guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Guys, remember, stay classy.